Hello everyone, welcome. In this video everyone, we're going to be talking about this grammar, adverbs and adverbial phrases. This is a grammar that is covered in the Empower series book, Empower C1, and it is in unit number 1 of that book, okay? So without further ado, let's talk about it. So what is an adverb? An adverb, everyone, is a word that describes how, when, where, how often, or how much in English, right? And they can be single word adverbs, like obviously, or they can be adverbial phrases as well, like after work. Okay? And let's talk about the position. Now, there are three main positions that adverbs can take in a sentence. They can take the front position, the middle position, or the end position. For example, in this sentence, we have all three positions, right? Obviously, I usually study after work. Obviously, I usually study after work. As you can see, obviously is the word or the adverb that is in the front position, and then you have the middle position usually, and then you have the end position, which is after work. And for the end position, the common uses are adverbs of manner, adverbs of place and time. Usually the structure is going to be like this. You have the verb, you have the object, and then you have the adverb. Some examples, like I write very slowly. I write very slowly. As you can see, very slowly is at the very end. Then you have I live nearby. I live nearby. And we didn't sleep well last night. We didn't sleep well last night. So these are the single ones, right? But what if you are going to be using multiple ones, right? Like manner, place, and time. So, like for example, the last in a sentence here. Focus on that. We didn't sleep well last night. We have well as an adverb, and we have last night, which again is an adverb. So if you have two of them, what are you going to do? Well, the correct order, the acceptable order is manner first, place after that or second, and time third, and time third. So if you have manner, you put it first. If you have place, you put it after that. And if you have, time, you put it at the very end. Okay, so that's it. Let's move on. We have some important rules for the end position. It says do not, do not put adverbs between verb and object. It is incorrect to write or to say she did too quickly the work. She did too quickly the work. But it's correct to say she did the work too quickly. She did the work too quickly. Okay? And frequency phrases often go at the end. For example, I go there regularly. I go there regularly. I don't say I regularly go there, even though it does make sense. It is better if we put it at the end. Okay? And for the middle position, so where, because middle is very vague, you have to know where exactly. Where, well, most of the time we're going to put them before the main verb and or after the auxiliary verb or the modal verb and or the be verb. Okay, example. Grammar is usually my weakest point. As you can see, is the be verb, and we're going to put usually, which is the adverb, after that. Or she still practices here. She still practices here. In here, practices is the main verb, and we put still, which is the middle, the adverb, we put it before that. And at the very end, I'll probably see you soon. I'll, the will there, that is the modal verb, and we put probably the adverb after that. Okay, let's move on. And we have special middle position rules for you as well. Frequency adverbs like never, always, and ever. And some time adverbs as well, like just and still. These have special middle position rules. For example, she still practices here is correct. Still she practices is not very correct. And with negatives, we kind of do something else, right? As you can see, we say I don't really care, I don't really care, and I definitely won't come. I definitely won't come. As you can see, we have differences in the placement for these adverbs as well. I don't. I don't, we say the negative auxiliary before the adverb. I don't really care, but we say it here. We say the adverb before the modal verb, the negative modal verb. I definitely won't. For the first one, for example, I don't really care. You can even say I really don't care, but the meanings may be different. Okay, I don't really care is different from I really don't care. And as for the front position, everyone, as you can see, it's used for comments or linking ideas and emphasis. Examples: obviously, he knows his grammar. Obviously, he knows his grammar. However, he isn't very fluid. However, he isn't very fluid. And also, we use the front position for time, place, and frequency to change focus. For example, in London, there are many jobs. I can say there are many jobs in London, but if I put in London at the beginning, it's gonna change the focus of the sentence as well. In London, there are many jobs. And we can also use this combination, adverbs and prepositional phrases like I drove slowly. I drove slowly by my standards, and luckily for you, I'm in a good mood. Luckily for you, I'm in a good mood. As you can see, slowly is the adverb, luckily is the adverb. But by my standards and for you are prepositional phrases that we can add. And we should also talk about meaning changes because some adverbs change meaning based on position. For example, strangely, she speaks Chinese. Strangely, she speaks Chinese. This is surprising. We did not know that. We did not know that she could speak Chinese. So this is surprising for us. But if I put it at the end, if I say she speaks Chinese, strangely, she speaks Chinese strangely. Now it means badly. She speaks Chinese, but in a very bad way. Maybe she's not fluent enough. Okay? And some pro tips for you guys, everyone. Adverb position affects clarity and emphasis. Be very careful with word order, negative sentences, and meaning differences. I do suggest that you, research this topic more because this was a very brief, explanation of this grammar, but it's not very simple. So you are gonna need to do your own research as well. Thank you very much for watching this video, and we're gonna see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.